Hello everyone and welcome back to Dog Sled Saga. And we are here with our team, which is finally kind of sorting itself out a little bit. We don't have very many dogs right here right now because we just retired some. Aeon and Chase just retired, and we still have Rory and Shasta are off at the breeders still for another 19 days. So we have a pretty small team currently, but it will get a little bit bigger again soon. And you guys actually were talking a little bit about the retirement too, and one of you guys had a really great suggestion that I thought maybe some of them have gone off to live and spend the rest of their days in families, but I imagine whatever the case is, they're still hanging out here and probably get to visit from time to time, even if they no longer live with the team. I don't know. I'm going to leave that up to you guys to make your own headcanons for it, and not really give a canon answer on it, but whatever the case is, I'm sure they're very happy even now that their racing days are over, and they have certainly left their legacy on this team. So we're going to go ahead and continue. I'm going to make sure I rest the dogs that just raced with us. Technically, oh yeah, because we just retired okay, that's what happened. That's why we only have 2 dogs that have fatigue. The others retired from that. Okay, so I'm getting back into figuring this out. We'll continue to train, and we're basically going to be working a lot with Pine. And I did notice, too, in the comments, some of you guys were saying there's a little bit of confusion in regards to the harness colors. Some of you guys are pointing out that not all the dogs are naturals at their positions. The harness colors aren't meant to indicate what they're natural at. They're meant to indicate what position they're being currently placed in. So just so that it's nice and easy for me to see who goes where whenever we, okay, we're gonna ignore this. So that it's nice and easy to see. Open, we got a race. What dogs run what position so that I can look at a glance and see that Hunter and Pine aren't in the right place. Hello. So Avalanche is a lead dog. We might put him in, but he just raced as well. We're not gonna race Squirrel yet. Oh, we'll do that soon. But we'll probably save her for some of the more difficult races when we might need another dog to run. And we also have, her favorite thing was a little bit longer ago. Oh boy, okay, this is going to be a tough race for Pine, but I'm going to put her in because we need to train her, and she is a natural at the middle position, and so we definitely need to work with her on that. We're going to go ahead and race her here and just keep a very close eye on her so she doesn't get into any trouble. And some of you guys were saying, why don't I always feed the dogs at the back? Well, it's not so much that I don't feed them, it's just that Polaris is an extremely experienced dog at this point, and so he doesn't need food. He doesn't need it all that often. You can see he's only just now starting to get tired for the first time, and so he doesn't need it nearly as frequently as the other dogs do. So it's not that I'm feeding him less, he just is hungry less. I'm still feeding him the proper amount. So that's what's up with that. Everybody else seems pretty good, though. Alright, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna throw this real fast, actually, and make sure we get it to her before the tree, because I didn't think we were gonna wait. Or I think didn't think she could wait. We got some fame there. That's good. And let's go ahead and jump for it. Alright, let's see here. Oh, come on. And I'm not feeding everybody perfect catches here. I'm trying to. Okay, move forward a little bit. There we go. It's always a little slower with a 3-dog race, but I do need to remember to still try for the perfect catches. I say as I miss yet again. Alright, there we go. And you are ready. I'm going to wait a little bit longer with Whiteout, because Whiteout isn't quite hungry yet. And, alright, let's go ahead and feed. And just feed in order there. We got at least 1 perfect there, which is pretty good. So we're now ahead of 2 of the teams, and we're currently in the middle. Oops, see, somebody wasn't even hungry there. So if I just feed everybody constantly, if I always feed them all in the same order all the time, some of them just don't need it at that point in time. So that's why I don't always feed everybody. The way you can tell if a dog is tired or not, if any of you guys are new to this game, is when they're panting like that, that means they're ready for food. So at this point, everybody is saying that they're ready for food. But that's not always the case, and so like right now, Polaris isn't at all hungry, Whiteout's not hungry, it's just Pine who wants food, and that's because we're running a very difficult rate with a high difficult race with a high exhaustion rate. So here we go, we're very, very close, we're in first, finally! Oh, nope, neither one of them were ready. I thought they were going to be, and I probably shouldn't have fed them preemptively anyway, because that doesn't help. And we got happiness for the victory-oriented ones. So there we go. That was pretty good, and we have 2 fatigue for Pine, but that's all right. We can just let her rest it off. So we'll keep her resting an extra day and be ready to go next time. So that was actually a pretty difficult race to put Pine in straight away like that, but we really do need to make sure we get her trained up, because right before we go to the next, or right before we get to this point, I think what we're going to do is try and, or actually right before Rory and Shasta get home, we're going to try and go up to the next level. So we want to be as ready as possible for this before they come home with the new puppy. We just need to be very careful with what we do, and then on the day before they return, we'll go up. And the reason we're gonna do it at that, the reason we'll do it like that is because we'll avoid a lot of the fees that we get otherwise. So we just need to be ready. I'm not gonna race Squirrel yet, because even though she hasn't had her favorite thing for a long time, we need to train our other dogs here. So Whiteout just raced. I'm going to put Avalanche in. We will make sure we race Sierra again soon. Okay, actually there's nobody idle, so that's good. But I just want to make sure we get Pine ready here soon. And hopefully we'll get some more larger team races so that we can start racing both Pine and Sierra at the same time here. Alright, you're already hungry. I'm going to let the others get past this tree before we get them their... Alright, before we get them their food. Let's go on and just wait a little bit more. You're gonna be hungry. Not quite a perfect catch, actually. I over-anticipated that a little bit. But if we wait just a little bit more, these guys should be getting completely hungry. Oh, no, I missed. Oh, no, everything's out of rhythm now. Alright, there we go. Oh, stay forward. We don't want anybody dropping the rope there. You are gonna, oh, you're actually not, oh, there we go. Now you're ready. I was gonna say, you're gonna want food soon, I bet. Alright, there we go. Another perfect catch. That's good. Let's see if we can get it to you while you're in the air there. Maybe, nope, not quite. That didn't work so well. Make sure everybody stays in the proper positions, otherwise we're gonna have some trouble. Let's see. There we go. And a little bit farther, we're starting to pass the other teams, which is really, really good. We're gonna have to wait till we're past the tree here. But there we go. And these guys are probably going to get hungry soon. Yep, there we are. And once again, Pine's going to want some food. There we go. Wasn't quite a perfect, though. So we're in second place. And the first place team should not be that far ahead. There we go. There's the team that's currently leading. Alright, let's stay forward so that nobody gets tangled at the last moment. We're doing pretty well. I don't know if we've actually lost a race this season yet, but we also haven't been in some of the harder leagues, and we've had some pretty well-trained dogs. Oh, that was nice. We actually got it to her, despite the tree being there. Alright, we got happiness for the victory-oriented ones again. Let's go ahead and continue on. And then what's going to be tough is our qualifying race. So, did Pine actually get her first specialty? She did. Okay, so she is a natural at the middle position, which we learned last time, but we still don't know what her fault or her skill are. They're actually both ones we've never seen before. So let's go ahead, we'll make sure we rest, we'll proceed, and in just a little bit here, we're going to be having to make sure that that we are ready to race again, because we're going to have our big qualifier coming up. We want to make sure we do that before the new puppy comes home, so we might have to race a couple of times in a row, I'm afraid. Pretty much. Yeah, we're not going to get much break here, because I think we have another race coming up fairly shortly. Let's proceed. Yeah, it's going to be tomorrow. Alright, yep, okay, so 4 dogs, that'll be good. Then we'll have a couple of ones to, we'll have a couple of times to rest. Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put Pine in. Hunter's happy because... Hunter will just always stay happy because his favorite thing is petting, so we don't have to worry too much about him. But we do have to worry about Sierra because she has not raced for a while. And Polaris here, Polaris is our only wheel dog currently, so we want to make sure... Oh, I hope none of the other dogs are just laying around. But you know what? I bet it doesn't matter too much for any of them at this point, because they're all fairly well trained. Alright. Nobody's going to get hungry super fast. Pine is going to tire a little bit more quickly. So, and I fed them out of order. technically I should be buddying up, I should probably buddy them up like this rather than, oh, if I can actually throw the treats properly, and I missed again. Why am I missing so much all of a sudden? Oh my goodness. Alright, let's let them keep running. You are pulling back too far. Alright, let's try and feed them as they jump. Oh, that was a failure. Alright, let's feed, feed, feed. I don't want Pine to get too tired, that's my worry, but I don't think she should. I think she should be fairly okay. Oops. Oh, you were ready for that. That's fine. Alright. I'm feeding them all out of order again. Great. Alright, you will get food first then. Oh, nope, I missed. If I actually throw it properly, you will get food. And now let's throw all the way up to Whiteout and back to you. There we go. That wasn't perfect timed catches, but it should get everybody in a pretty good rhythm again. I keep throwing too soon. That's my trouble here. Alright, we should be able to win. You don't always need to rely on the speed boost from the perfectly timed catches, but it helps. Alright, everybody's pretty happy because we won. I think we have 3 victory-oriented dogs here, right? We got rapport with Pine. That's great. That's exactly what we want to see. Yeah, so we have... Everybody's happy because of victory. Well, victory and consecutive catches. Okay. So I don't know. What is Whiteout's favorite thing? I think it's fame. And we didn't get her... Yeah, we didn't get her any fame this time. So, alright, let's make sure we rest everyone. Did Pine only get 1 fatigue? Yes. So she's starting to have an easier time of things thanks to her specialty. So now we can get right back to training. And we'll go ahead. Okay, oh no, I skipped too far. Great. Alright. So we'll wait a little bit more. So, Rory and Shasta returned with a new puppy. Now I get to give him a name. So it's a him. It looks like Shasta. Let's see. Actually, I think both of them have looked like Shasta. So sadly, no one looked like Rory. That's unfortunate. Oh, I was hoping we'd have one puppy that looked like Rory. Maybe we'll have to bring on... Well, we will have to bring on some other dogs to avoid inbreeding. So, as for names, I think we're going to call him Zephyr. So we'll go ahead and accept that. And darn it, I was hoping I would catch it. But now we're going to have Rory and Shasta back. We'll leave them on the team for a little bit, and we'll let them do a race with Zephyr at some point as well. So, before we have our dues, let's just make sure we get Rory and Shasta back in training here so they don't lose too much skill. Before we have our dues, we're going to try and go up to the next league. We should be able to afford that. We have a lot of extra cash on hand now. Hanging out here in the lower levels for a bit has helped a lot. Yeah, we'll do that because... And I'm going to race... I'll race Pine. And we'll race, you know... No, I'm not going to race Squirrel yet because... Okay, no, we'll put Whiteout in because she's starting to get a little bit frustrated. So, let's see here. We should be good with this team. We'll race Squirrel closer to when we actually want to breed her and Hunter, because that's not going to be just yet. That'll be in a little bit. Actually, no, Squirrel... Does Squirrel look like Rory? I think Squirrel has the same looks as Rory, actually. So we might get one that kind of looks like her, even though both of Rory's pups have looked like their father. Alright, and both males as well. I think, well, because... I think, yeah, both of Duncan and Snowball's pups were female. No, the only difference has been with Chase and Aeon, because Polaris... There we go! Why was that so difficult? Polaris is male and Pine is female, so they're the only ones who've had a split gender litter. The others have all been the same gender. But yeah, so Pine, who's in the middle there, and Polaris, who's in the back, are actually brother and sister. So, I don't know how we're going to set up the breeding. Again, we want to make sure we have a lot of natural middle dogs compared to any other position, because there's only ever one lead dog, and there's only ever one wheel dog, but there can be up to 3 middle dogs in any given race, and so generally we want 2 lead dogs, 2 wheel dogs, and 6 middle dogs would be an ideal team pretty much, because then even if we have back-to-back races and everybody gets heavy exhaustion... Oh no! What's with your fault? What is this? Okay, I don't know what it is. I do know what it is. She's not gonna tell us when she's hungry. Alright. Oh, and she wasn't hungry. Alright, I gotta stop feeding them so right away. But yeah, so that was something, that's something that, would be the ideal, would be to have dogs that can basically be able to swap teams even if we have full 5-dog races. So with that in mind, 10 dogs is about the number we want to see, and we're sitting at 12 currently. So, but if every pair has 2 puppies, then we'll basically stick with the same number of dogs that we've had from the beginning. So we'll probably end up, well, because we won't breed all of our dogs this time around. I don't know if we're going to actually breed whiteout or not, because we have a lot of natural leaders, but we'll see. So we got more rapport with whiteout, that's great. We'll figure all that out as we get closer to actually breeding this generation. So our dues, I think, are in 4 days. I'm gonna rest these guys for a day. No, okay, well, we can do it on, I think we can do it on this day. So, we can join the, oh. That's it? We didn't have to qualify? Oh. Well, that was easy. Yeah, okay, probably because we've already been in this league before. The only reason we dropped was because, we had, we ran out of finances. No, I'm not going to view resumes. I'm fine with the employees we have. They're decent, and I don't want to pay that much more. Alright, so the puppies should come home before the next bills are due, so that at least will be good. And we should be able to run a race before then. Alright, 3 chances to spend time with Zephyr and see what kind of attributes he'll grow into. Okay, so natural aptitude, he will potentially either be wheel or lead, which is fine. I kind of want him to be wheel, because if we don't get middle, that's probably the best alternative. Neither of those are fantastic, I don't think. Actually, charge up, I think, is pretty good, so that might be something we want to condition for. Neither of those are great. And neither of those are great. So I'm going to try and condition the natural aptitude lead position. So we want to try and get rid of that, because that's not, we don't need another lead dog. We have way too many lead dogs. So, we don't need to race, we don't actually need to race Hunter. That's the great thing about Hunter. We will put, I'm going to keep these guys in the middle, and we'll put Avalanche in the lead because he hasn't raced for a while and we don't want that to be an issue. So we'll make sure Whiteout gets to train still, and we'll go ahead and race these guys. So, but yeah, I would like to see another wheel dog. That would actually be ideal because currently Polaris is the only one. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten any good matchups in terms of gender. Currently, like, well, I guess the best matchup currently would be, Avalanche and Whiteout would be almost a guarantee of having a lead dog, but, both our natural middle dogs are female, both the ones that we hope are wheel are male. The only really good matchup that we have at the moment would be for a new lead dog, and they're not related, right? I don't think they're related. If we look at, okay. Oh, I'm doing things in the bad order again. Oh, great. Okay, jump quickly, jump. Okay, there we go. I think I should not be focusing on this right now. Oh my goodness, that was so close to being a tangle. That was almost really, really bad. All right, we'll wait for the others until after. There we go. These are very fast-paced races. But I think... I don't think Avalanche and Whiteout are related. I don't think they are. And we haven't seen what pups we're gonna get from Squirrel and Hunter yet, but they are both natural leads, and so that's why I was saying that Aeon might not. What? Pine, what is your skill? I don't know what's happening. We figured it out, but we'll have to look afterwards because apparently we just learned what her skill is, and I didn't actually see what happened. All right, we're in first, just barely. So let's see what Pine's skill is because it's actually a new one. We also haven't seen her fault. All right, how is everyone doing? Nobody got fatigue, which is good. We got rapport with Pine. That's also good. Let's go ahead. We'll hit OK. So what is Pine's skill? I don't recognize. So Pine has the competitive skill. When her skill kicks in, she can lay on the gas when opponent is within spitting distance. Ooh, so she speeds up around other dogs. That's awesome. That's a really nice skill to have, actually. That's definitely one that we want to try and breed in, I think. So she has a really, really good skill. But we're actually going to go ahead and wrap up this episode here for today because it is about that time again. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.